Hello everyone, welcome back again to Chinmoy's YouTube channel. So today we are back with the sample question papers of nervous system. I hope you all have gone through all the sample papers which I have already posted till now. If you have not gone through them, I am putting the link above as well as in the description box. I'll put the link. So please go through them and try to go through all the revision papers and all the types of questions I am revising. So it will be a great help for you, and if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe so that you can keep on getting the updates which I'm posting. So let us start with today's video. Now the first question of today's video is state the function of medulla oblongata. So we all know that what is the main function of medulla oblongata? It is containing the vital reflex centers. So all the main reflex centers of the body are controlled by the medulla oblongata. So the main are the cardiac center, the respiratory center, the centers of swallowing, sneezing, coughing and vomiting. So all these are controlled by the medulla oblongata. And it also controls few involuntary actions like we can say that like heartbeat, swallowing and breathing are controlled by this medulla oblongata. So these are the main two functions of medulla oblongata. So next question is, how are the citons and axons placed in the brain and the spinal cord? So this is a very important question. Now, how the citons and axons are placed on this only we can say how the brain and the spinal cord looks. It depends. So if we are doing a transverse section of a brain and a part of a spinal cord, we will see how they look. So this total look is depending on the positioning or the placement of the citons and axons. So in brain, the outer portion contains citon, which gives a grayish color, and so it is called the gray matter, while as the axon is the inside part which is forming the white matter. Okay, now whereas in spinal cord it's the opposite. The citon is in the inside part and it is called the gray matter, whereas the axon forms the outside part which is the white matter. So it's a pole opposite. What is in the brain, it's different in the spinal cord. The brain, the outer part is citon and the inner part is axon, whereas in spinal cord the outer part is axon where the inner part is citon. Now let us come to the next one. So name the three protective membranes covering the brain. So what are the three protective membranes covering the brain? We can say that it is the meninges, which is the layer which is covering the brain. Now it is divided into three parts. So the first one is the dura mater, that is the outer tough protective layer is the dura mater. Now it is formed of a fibrous tissue. Okay, is it clear? The second part of the arachnoid matter, it is a delicate membrane, very delicate membrane. Now the first part, it is formed of fibrous tissue. The second part, we can say it is formed of, actually a delicate membrane. And the third part, or the pia matter, it is inner thin part which is transparent and it is highly vascular. Okay, it is transparent and it is highly vascular. It is transparent and highly vascular layer. So these are the main parts of the three protective membranes, and the main it is first we can say that it is meninges which is forming the protective membrane of the brain, and it is divided into three parts: the dura mater, arachnoid matter and the pia matter. So let us now move on to the next part. Now let us see here in this diagram, we are studying the diagram first and answering the following questions. So the first question is that name the phenomena that has been depicted here. So what is the phenomena? We know that these are the components of a reflex arc. So what is the thing happening here? This is actually synaptic transmission, right? So synaptic transmission is happening here. And what is the second question is give the technical term for the point of contact between the two nerve cells. So just try to think, all of you know this answer. Try to think, try to recall. Before I tell you, just pause the video, think and then listen to my answer. Now the point of contact between two nerve cells is synapse. Okay, it is synapse. As the thing which is happening is synaptic transmission. This is synapse. And what are all these? These are all components of reflex arc. Now let us then label the parts. Name the parts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now first, when we are seeing this part, this is what? This is the receptor cell. We can say that we are receiving the stimulus here. Then the 2, this is the sensory neuron through which it is passing. The impulse is being taken to the spinal cord. Okay, and then what is this? What is here? What is this? This is the association neuron. So the 5 part is the association neuron. Here this third one is the white matter. This 4 one is the gray matter. You all know this. Okay, so this one I have already told. This is the association neuron, and this will be actually the ventral, through the ventral root. This will be the dorsal root, and this will be the ventral root. So through this ventral root, this sixth one, what is it? It is the motor neuron. So this one is the sensory neuron. It is carrying from the site of stimulus origin to the, it is carrying by the sensory neuron to the synaptic junction. Then it is carried through the association neuron. The impulse is carried again through the motor neuron to the effector muscle. And this one you all know is the effector muscle, where the effect is being happening. So this is the effector muscle. So this is all about the synaptic transmission, and this is synapse, and these are all the parts you should label. So let us see what is there in the next part. Please draw it in a workbook or in a answer sheet where you are practicing, and do it. Now here comes a very important question, the differentiate between afferent and efferent nerve. So this is a very common question. I have gone through many question papers, and I found this question is common in all question papers. So what are afferent neurons or nerves? So these afferent neurons, they carry information from the sensory receptors found all over the body towards the central nervous system. Okay, now central nervous system, towards the central nervous system they are carrying the information. And what are these efferent neurons doing? They are carrying the motor information away from the central nervous system to the muscles and the glands of the body in order to initiate the action. So afferent neurons are carrying information from the sensory receptors towards the central nervous system. The pole opposite thing is happening here. They are carrying the motor information away from the central nervous system to the muscles and the glands of the body in order to initiate an action. So this is a very important question. Please do write the answer and try to remember the main points. So one is carrying from the sensory to the central nervous system, and one is carrying the motor information from the central nervous system away from it to the muscles and the glands of the body in order to initiate an action. Now the next question is also very important. There are very many types of examples given in your book. I have taken a few. So what type of reflexes are the following? Now sweating in summer, it's a natural reflex. You can't control sweating. More the heat is, more you'll sweat. Knitting and swimming, these are all conditioned reflex, because you need to practice a lot to condition these reflexes. Solving mathematical sums, it is also a conditioned reflex. Formation of goose pimples in cold weather, so it is actually a natural reflex. So it is not a conditioned one, it's a natural, or it's a simple reflex. Okay, it's a simple reflex. Now next comes the blinking of eye. It's a natural or a simple reflex. So this is all a few reflexes I have given. They can give you many other reflexes also to find out which are natural reflexes and which are conditioned reflexes. Okay, is it clear? So let us see what is there in the next one. Now here see, this type of question we have discussed earlier only. So the question was different, but the answer will be the same. There we have discussed how the citons and axons are positioned or placed in the cerebrum or the brain and the spinal cord. So the answer is also same here. Here also they have told you differentiate between the cerebrum and the spinal cord on the basis of arrangement of the axons and the citon. Okay, on the basis of arrangement of axons and citon, how these axons and citons are arranged in the cerebrum as well as in the spinal cord. So there the question was that how the citons and axons are arranged in brain and spinal cord. Same question in a different manner. So here also what will be the answer? The gray matter containing the citon lies in the outer region, while the white matter containing the axons lie in the medullary region or inner region. Now in the spinal cord, what is happening? The gray matter containing the citon lies in the medullary region, whereas the inner side, the white matter containing the axons lies in the cortex region, that is the outer region. So just listen to the question, read the question properly, and write the answer accordingly. So you are now giving the board exams. We can expect a good number of we can say logical reasoning from your answer. So please do think logically and answer logically. And the same type of answer, whatever way they are giving, write it properly. And if you are watching my videos, I know you will be getting idea of how the questions are coming. Now, there are few more questions of this nervous system. Let us see the first one. Mention the two ways by which the spinal cord is protected in our body. Now, we can say that it is protected by the meninges. We have told that it is a protective layer, and it is protected by the cerebrospinal fluid and a cushion of adipose tissue. So, these are the ways by which the spinal cord is protected in our body. Now the next one, give the functionals of spinal cord. The spinal cord conducts the reflexes below the neck. It conducts the sensory impulses from the skin and muscles to the brain. It conducts the motor impulses or responses from the brain to the muscles of the trunk and the limbs. So see children, I have already taken most of the important questions. You should go through the full lesson, but these are few important questions, and this is how you should answer to get good marks. So this is how I have tried my best to break it up into each lesson and given you the most important questions. So please go through it. Don't forget to subscribe and to my channel so that you can keep on getting the updates. And now the last question is, name the part of the neuron where the information is acquired. So that is acquired in the cell body or the soma, and through which the information travels is the axon. So these are very common questions and they keep on coming. And diagram and all I have already discussed in one full episode where I have discussed about the important diagrams and all of all lessons. So please go through it and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And best of luck for your board exams. And the next lesson I'll be coming very soon with the important sample question papers of few lessons which are left till now. So still then, keep studying and keep practicing your biology. Thank you.